Hello, it's PM Express and my name is Stephen Anti. It's Valentine's Day and St. Valentine's Day is celebrated around the world on 14th February and it has been unable to escape controversy. Really, the Chinese authorities are suspicious of the religious origins of the celebrations, and while conservative Hindus in India consider Valentine's Day to be an alien Western import. Americans spent $18.2 billion on Valentine's Day in 2012, the equivalent of Uganda's GDP. However, neither ideological objection nor militant intervention appears to have been able to check the growing international popularity of this day. Ghana has also joined the throng with passionate celebrations of the Love Festival. Valentine's Day became a day to celebrate in Ghana first after the airwaves were deregulated and private radio channels like Joy FM entered the stage around 1995. But if Valentine's Day celebrations got to a late start, it sped up very quickly, and the celebration of romantic love is today very widespread in Ghana. The Valentine's Day phenomenon changed the ideas of romance among many Ghanaian people, especially the urban youth. Now, a new concept of courtship seemed to be emerging, moving away from arranged marriages and the acceptance of male promiscuity. I'm choosing my words very carefully. Alarmed by the country's rapidly growing incidence of HIV/AIDS reported cases, government instituted National Chocolate Day on February 14 in 2007. The thinking behind this was that the associated Valentine's Day celebrations were corrupting the youth of the country, and that a focus on chocolate for that day would reduce the wanton immorality on the part of young people on this day. Is that such a good idea after all? And chocolate has been considered an aphrodisiac for centuries. The government may have more to deal with than they bargained for. So this year's Chocolate Day celebration has seen very little awareness creation compared to that of 2007 and 2008's edition. The day coincides with Valentine's Day, which is today, February 14. But radio, televisions and other mass media outfits as well as corporate bodies are promoting the activity planned for the day. They're totally removing the mention of Chocolate Day and rather choosing Valentine's Day. So has it died out, really? I mean, in your mind, would you refer to Valentine's Day as Chocolate Day? Did government really intend that it will stay? Will Chocolate Day be the thing that puts Ghana on the map? To help us find answers to these questions, I have in the studio Reverend Father Emmanuel Salifu. I'm taken from my extreme left. Reverend Emmanuel Salifu is the assistant parish priest for the Behe Deanery. Is it deanery or dinery?
It's I'm not for the deanery, but I'm for St. Paul's Catholic Church.
St. Paul's Catholic
which belongs
Church.
to the deanery.
Which belongs to the deanery. Okay, thank you very much. So, Reverend Father Salifu will shed some light on the historical antecedents of St. Valentine's Day and then help keep our morality in check. We also have a corporate cost and spend strategist. I like the title, Corporate Cost and Spend Strategist, Collins Ajiman Sapong. And he believes that we've got it all wrong from the get-go as the National Chocolate Day goes. So on the phone line also we'll try to speak with Noah Amenya, who is the Public Affairs Director for Cocoa Board, to see how far Ghana's chocolate has traveled. So that's for the introduction for the show. So you can join us by text 1760 or post your comments on our Facebook or facebook.com/Joy News on TV. If you are on Twitter, you can send us a tweet. Our handle is Joy News on TV. And if you have your tablet or your phone, very handy, it's easy for you to send us a WhatsApp on our regular WhatsApp hotline, 0544-334722. I say that again, 0544-334722. My name is Stephen Ante, as if you don't know. It's Valentine's Day. So, gentlemen, it's great to have you in the studio.
Thank you.
I'm sure I took your breath away, giving you the history and the references to Valentine. Let me start with you, Father Salifu. Valentine's Day. A lot of arguments have gone into Valentine's Day. Is it of God? Is it of pagan origin? Is it something that Christians should subscribe to? Is it something which is too secular? Is it something that is denigrating or degrading our moral fiber? Huge issue.
Yes, it is. I think St. Valentine's Day comes from St. Valentine, a priest in Rome who died because he believed in God. And at that time, to be a Christian was considered a crime. And therefore, he was encouraging Christians, marrying young Christians together. And he was arrested by Claudius II and was persecuted, burnt, clapped, and killed for his faith in God. So that's the background of St. Valentine. And perhaps if that is where we are coming from, then I think we have missed the mark.
Totally missed it.
Yes.
You think so?
Yes, we have. Not entirely, but to a large extent. We talk about love. Indeed, you can see love there, somebody dying for the love of God. Again, you can see him putting together couples who believe in the love God has created for man and woman. But we have missed the mark because then we have stressed on sexual love, which is not really what love is all about, you see. So, and we have taken it out of its context, which is marriage. And we have expressed it in a way that it's as if you don't engage in sexual love, then you are not showing love. And that is where we have mixed the mark.
So, really, if you look at the extent to which Valentine has been celebrated over the past years in Ghana, at least from way back as 2000, maybe, do you feel that it is harming our social fiber or our moral fiber more than encouraging perhaps married people to renew their vows or perhaps to show love towards each other on a Valentine's Day?
I think that it is rather showing us, it is not causing, it's showing us how much our morality has come down as a society.
So it's not responsible for the morality coming down. It is not
exactly responsible for the morality coming down. But there is an opportunity for people to show that our morality has gone down. To
show how bad the situation is.
So it's, they take a situation and they use it to express what they think is love. And that is where you see that the origin and how they were brought up to understand what love is, it's not there and it's lost. And so this becomes a platform for them to show their love. So as they are showing their love, then we recognize that we have missed the mark.
So as a Catholic priest, did you celebrate Valentine Mass today?
In the Western Roman rites, it's not a feast day, even though we recognize Saint Valentine. In the Anglican Church, in the Lutheran, they recognize it. We recognize Saint Valentine, but we don't celebrate it as a feast. And so we didn't celebrate it in the Roman rite as a feast. As you know, we are in the Lenten season, so we continue with our Lenten season. But then the church recognizes that today is Valentine. So within our prayers and our Mass, we also pray for people to understand the meaning of love, for people to find true love, love which comes from God. And 1 John will say, God is love. And if you separate God from love, then I don't know what you are doing, but probably it's not love.
So you encourage people to celebrate love and today, really?
love is good.
But you are against the fact that the media or perhaps society tends to whip the whole concept of love to connote sexuality or sexual intercourse or interaction on a day like this.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, so let's leave it there. We'll move on. So Collins, it's great to have you in our studio.
Thank you.
I like your title, Corporate Cost and Spend Strategist.
Yes.
Good. Let's see whether you can put some strategies into how our National Chocolate Day has been managed. National Chocolate Day, is it anything you think is just a mirage, that the whole concept was started on a wrong footing perhaps, or what? I mean, what exactly do you want to say about National Chocolate Day?
I think the concept is good, where we take our own indigenous products, we produce it here. We produce cocoa. It's our leading income earner for the country. And therefore, if we are using cocoa products to denote love, it's good. But from the strategic point of view, I think that we've lost it a bit because we've not been able to really penetrate the market. I mean, just to let people understand that chocolate stands for love. You look at, I've seen the products.
Yeah, you've seen the products here.
I've seen the product.
I'm looking at some very nice packaging,
and
right?
I know from the designer's world, I know that colors denote certain things. Are these colors denoting love? Are you getting the
You think these colors are very drop? Use the words so that we can move away from it. You don't think that these colors connote a lot of love?
The concept is great that we have our own product. I mean, using it to celebrate a day like love. Everybody needs love. Everybody. Whether be it marital love, brotherly love, sister, whatever. Everybody needs love. So it means that this is a day that everybody can buy a chocolate. But I feel that from the marketing point of view, they've missed the point. They've not been able to even packaging, even simple packaging, it's not there. The media to even, take it out there for people to understand what chocolate stands for, as we want it to denote love, it's also not there. Again, the accessibility to even the products. You go to the market, you go to the shops, you don't find them. And at times, even where the chocolates are sold, under the sun, and even those who are selling it, in the sun, the way they are dressed.
The way they look.
The way they look, and the way they do on the street side, So for me, I think that the branding guys, the marketing guys, the business, the corporate guys should really look at it well. And again, I can say that we have missed the mark again. All the kids below 15 years, I can boldly say that they don't know much about chocolate. When you are going out, your child who is below 6 will say, buy me biscuit.
Golden Tree or that.
Toffee. They mention toffee, they mention bread. They don't mention chocolate. They don't know about chocolate. So I think the business people, where it is coming from, they need to relook at the strategy.
So you talk about re-looking at the strategy.
Yeah.
So first you've mentioned the fact that they're not packaged properly, the look and feel doesn't really connote love and all of that. Now, beyond these observations you've made, technically, where do you think we should be taking the National Chocolate Day further? How do you think we should do that?
If really we want to take it further, then it should start from the schools. I can tell you boldly that the children they don't even know much about cocoa these days. They don't know. So we should go to the roots. We should go to the roots. So as they are coming up, they know that, like in Ghana, when it is Christmas, everybody knows that fowls are going to have problems. Yeah. When it is Salad Day, you know the goats and the sheep, So when it is the love day, whether 15th or 14th February, it can be any day. But the chocolate day should be a day that people will live with it. And to get that, you need to really go down, make sure you have the accessibility, availability of the product, the packaging is right, the pricing is also right, so that people can get it. And that particular day, I don't mind the date. that particular day, everybody move in, because we do use the rose flowers and other things. Some people, by our nature or where we are coming from, we are not into those flowers. I quite remember I heard a lady saying that if you give me flowers, I have to contract Zoom Lion to come and clean it up. So I don't need flowers, you know. So we need to really look at the marketing aspect, making sure that people understand what chocolate stands for and cocoa stands for. It means the whole country in terms of economy and everything. So that as we are growing, as we are living the scene, the children will pick it up.
Father Salifu, let me switch to you. Do you eat chocolate?
Yes, I do.
You do? How often do you eat chocolate?
In fact, actually, my father used to work in cocoa board.
I see.
So I'm
you
very
grew up
used to
feasting on chocolate.
You can imagine.
So when you eat chocolate, do you think love?
Unfortunately, no. I don't think love.
I'm asking you these because I want to dig into your mind to see whether it's possible if I come with a strategy, maybe a marketing strategy, to make you believe that eating chocolate connotes love. Will you ever budge?
Depends on how you package it. I think, as he's saying, you package it well and you present it as a sign of love and showing love. He talked about flowers. I mean, people out in the Western culture, flowers is a sign of love. So you give somebody flowers and the person knows that you are concerned.
They will ask you, flowers near BD.
Good. And this time, it's not flowers near BD, but chocolate near BD. So you see that then it's, even for us who love chocolate because of the taste, I think with the packaging and with a little bit more of work, I think we can get to that point.
So if I take you coming from a religious background, you are a Reverend Father, so you connote religion, really. So maybe I should just end there. But considering that some believe that Saint Valentine is associated with devilish celebrations and the Roman gods of wine, debauchery, and sex, and all of that. If you eat chocolate, do these things come in your mind that perhaps you are compromising on your commitment to Christ by associating with something that has been themed pagan?
That is when you would think and wrongfully believe that it is a pagan feast. It's a celebration of love, unless you want to say that love doesn't come from God. But if love comes from God and we are celebrating love, what is wrong with that? And so I won't say I compromise my religion by celebrating love. Rather, I'm celebrating love. And for me, love is God. And so to express and to see in another person that image of God and that beauty that is a fellow human being, and to express that love in our context by giving him something sweet like chocolate to eat. I think what is more beautiful than that? And why should you say that that is pagan?
So in celebrating St. Valentine's, for example, you are in a parish, so there are people you mentor, and there are people you have affection to as members of your flock. If you are showing them love, would you show the love, say St. Valentine's, by buying them a chocolate?
I think that is when my brother's point will come in. It wouldn't even cross my mind, because I think...
Because you don't see love in chocolate.
Yes, exactly. Perhaps I can see it, but nobody has really connected it. And that's why he talked about marketing and showing that this is a way by which we can express love. And so when people buy into the idea, I think the two can go together. We just want something as an expression of love. And for us, we have chosen cocoa, chocolate, products of cocoa.
You genuinely think this whole concept of National Chocolate Day is dead, right? Reverend Father.
Well, I think it's dormant. I think it's just it just went down.
You also support the idea that if we want to promote a national product like cocoa and chocolate, we should do better. You don't think it's a bad idea first?
No, I don't think it's a bad idea.
But you think the whole concept is dead and we need to revive it?
I won't say dead. Perhaps it needs some revival. But not...
Okay, so let me come to you again, Collins. Aphrodisiac. I mean, people associate chocolate with aphrodisiac, that when you eat chocolate, perhaps it gives you some, I don't know, want to go into the kind of powers it gives you. But would you be able, as a corporate strategist, to use all these notions about chocolate, about the fact that some people see it as an aphrodisiac, and the fact that the country is trying to promote it in relation to St. Valentine's Day? How would you use these notions and to repackage it? Give us a strategy. I mean, I want you to expressly give us a strategy to say that this is what will work. Let's stick to that.
First of all, you need to, if you want to map the strategy, you need to segment it. You need to know the market that you want to attract. Is it the children?
So in this,
Is it the children? Right. Is it the working class? Is it students? Is it the old people? So when you determine the type of segment of the market or the type of people you want them to patronize the product, then you come up. If it is children, you can use colors. It's about packaging. If it is big people, grown up, and you know Ghanaian men like things associated with aphrodisiac, whatever, you know, that will give them power.
Waste and power.
You know, you see a lot of advert there, man, you are that. So you look at the segment of the market that you want to attract. If you want to attract everybody, from the kids up to the old, then you have a particular way of packaging it, and the message that will attract the kids, colors that will attract kids, message that will attract people like you and I, you know. So they first need to sit down, know that is it going to be everybody? Are women going to be part? And you know that you can even make it a bit bitter. You know, men, but Ghanaian men, you know, most of them, like me, you give me sugary something, it's like, what is it? Is it for kids or is it for women? So you make it too sweet, some guys will just taste it and that's the end of it. They will not come closer. So you can even have difference. People drink coffee. Some will drink the Milos and the other things, you know. So it's all to serve different markets. So the marketing guys need to look at the segment.
You think Cocoa Board is not thinking out of the box?
I think, I don't want to be that hard, but marketing is the way of life. You really need to understand. There's difference between sales and marketing. Are you getting the point? Because marketing person, look, it's a virgin market. Because like I was telling you, my kids don't know about chocolate. So it means that there's a huge market in there. Okay?
Which they're missing.
They are missing. I don't remember the last time that I picked a chocolate or went to the supermarket to pick a chocolate. You take the kids to the supermarket, they pick cake, they will pick
sweets, pastry,
yes, those things.
All sorts of things.
They don't pick chocolate.
Well, you're watching PM Express and we're discussing love, chocolates and tourism. We're trying very hard to get the public relations officer of Cocoa Board to join us and really share with us what strategy the board is thinking about in promoting the National Chocolate Day. I'll read a couple of your messages before we go on a quick break. This one doesn't have a name, says that Valentine's Day is supposed to be love for all, but Ghana Val's Day means different things altogether. Thanks for your comment. You could add your name to it so that it will be very interactive. Father Emmanuel, I wish you God's grace as we enter the Lent season. This also doesn't have a name. Like I said, we'll be glad if you add your name. And then this one from Felix Aye. Aye from Tumu says, it's very unfortunate that, Valentine's Day is a day of love and affection for the poor, the destitute. But today's Valentine's Day has been changed into sex day. This is very much unfortunate. People need to be educated on the very importance of this day, which is far from sex. Really, really disgusting to see immorality being perpetuated on this day. God save us. This is from Felix. You sent the same message 3 times, but we got the message very clear. And then this one coming from... This one doesn't have a name, says it's all about partying. You think that Valentine's Day is all about partying. My name is Stephen Enti, and I'm hanging out with Father Emmanuel Salifo, Assistant Parish Priest at Pehe, and Collins Ajiman Sapong, who is a corporate cost and strategist. Corporate cost and spend strategies. Its title is a mouthful. We'll take a short break, and please send your messages in. Text 1760 and post them on our Facebook, or you can send to WhatsApp as well. Stay with us. Welcome back to PM Express, and we're discussing love, chocolates, and tourism. So, you can still join us. This is your show. You can join us by text 1760. You can post your Facebook comments on our Facebook or facebook.com/Joy News on TV. Or if you are on Twitter, you can send us a tweet. Our handle is @Joy News on TV. And our WhatsApp is also very active. It's very easy for us to read your WhatsApp also. 0544334722. Benjamin Bonti Benjamin, this is from Facebook, says that our chocolate can raise the flag of Ghana high if we add value to its quality and make it a reflection of our cocoa, which is one of the best commodities on the international market. And Togbiga Kokuvi Womega, I like your name, I always say it, very long. If Ghanaians can be so serious with their jobs as the same as this Valentine's Day or Chocolate Day, I guess Ghana will be a developed country by now. People are doing contrary to the intentions behind the Valentine's Day to satisfy their sexual pleasure. I think this concept of sexual expeditions on this special day should be done away with. Thanks very much. You can send us more of your messages and we will gladly read them. I have some of your text messages also that are coming in. This one doesn't have a name, says that how can we call Valentine's Day Chocolate Day when chocolate in Ghana is too expensive to the ordinary Ghanaian to patronize? And Yao from Tema, you say that the Chocolate Day is not a day of love. No special love packaging is required. Please, can Father tell me who Saint Valentine was? I want to know his story. Thanks very much. You can send more of your messages coming in. So, gentlemen, it's great to be back into the studio. Father, this last person who said that he wants to know who Saint Valentine was. Can you give us a background of exactly? I have read that there are two references to Saint Valentine in the Catholic history, where there is the Valentine the martyr and then there is the Valentine the bishop. So which one are we celebrating on Saint Valentine's Day, the bishop or the martyr?
Well, both of them are martyrs. Okay. Both of them died for the faith. One is a priest, one is a bishop.
Okay.
But then with the Western Church, it is because of not trying to reconcile these two that has made us not make it as a feast, but we recognize that there is Saint Valentine because excavation shows that there is a grave engraved with his name, Saint Valentine. So it's a fact that there was a man called Saint Valentine. Whether he was a priest or a bishop,
he died expressing his love for Christ.
For God.
Okay.
And he died because he was a Christian and because he showed love. And so that is the story of Saint Valentine.
Okay. And this is something that you think should inspire everyone rather than the sexualization
Exactly.
of it. So, I mean, if you were to give a sermon at church on the way St. Valentine and the concept has gone, what will be the two sentences you would tell your congregation about St. Valentine?
I will tell them, first of all, that you can't have love without God. And second, you can't have love without sacrifice. These are the two things that St. Valentine brings out. Love for God and love that has to do with sacrifice.
This is very key to your belief systems, right? Because you feel that to be able to express love to your fellow human, you must have the love for God.
Good.
And that is key to your whole argument. So, Mr. Sapong,
Yes.
you heard this, one of our comments from Benjamin Bonti saying that we can use chocolate to raise the flag of Ghana high if we add value to its quality and make it a reflection of our cocoa, which is one of the best commodities on the international market. We have been talking about packaging and rebranding, but you haven't exactly spoken about quality. Do you think our cocoa doesn't have the quality that will make it
If you eat the
of
chocolate,
international repute?
if you eat the chocolate, it's good. Because other countries, their chocolate is too, you have a lot of sugar
And artificial chocolate flavors and all.
You could see that this is a colored sugar in a nicely wrapped package or something. So the quality of the product is, I think I don't have a problem with it.
The quality of our chocolate is fantastic,
it's
actually.
great.
I mean,
it's great.
yeah.
It's just about the packaging and the market that we are targeting. We've lost that one. Because look at the colors here. We don't know whether they want to depict the color of cocoa, either the seed, the pod, or the leaves, or the
or
tree
maybe
itself.
the Ghana flag.
Or the Ghana flag where the chocolate is coming from. So let's say you get to the UK and you put this our chocolate amongst the others.
Nobody will go for
They will
it.
just jump
Walk
over it.
away.
So if you want to say that Ghana's chocolate is the best, for me, it's not about that brown thing in the paper, but the paper around that brown thing. Again, are we giving the message right? Do we even have writings that shows that what you get from chocolate? I don't know whether they have the measurements. If you eat the chocolate, you get this, it has this vitamin, it has that. I don't know whether we can find it there.
We don't know either.
We don't know.
We'll see. I mean,
Yeah,
the just direction of
The
use,
idea, you just look at this paper behind this chocolate.
not exactly very
You know.
impressive.
And once
packaging, really.
from where we come from as Ghana Africans, when we want to beat the market, when we want to beat the competition, we have to look at what the market, the world market is offering. Because you are now going to compete, you are now going to penetrate. Therefore, if you have this, and I don't want to use other nations, but some of this, our European friends, picks this. It looks dirty.
It looks dirty, yeah.
Yeah, so he or she will not.
It looks disoriented. I mean, the orientation of the designs are all out of orientation.
You know,
Seriously, I mean,
you know.
you can't see any symmetry with these designs.
You know, again, there have been times. Do we always have to go for the sizes? Most of the times when we travel out and we are coming, we pick the smaller ones. At the corporate level, you come, you just place it. This one is we have to package it. Some can be,
But
in a box,
there
some can be
is
in
a smaller size of this. Anyway.
we see
There is a
them?
smaller size. There's a bigger one, a much bigger one
Yeah.
with nut in them. I mean, so the different sizes
the
really.
product, the taste, the quality, I don't have problem with it. Where are the little ones? What are the colors? Are you getting the point? Because if you pick this and you take it home, you are thinking of sharing it amongst your 4 children. The big guy picks it and starts breaking. But the smaller ones, if you have 4, everybody picks one, you have peace. But you see, they need to go into the minds of the market. the target they want to, the target market. We want to go international. How do we see our international product? We see product coming from other worlds. You see it and you want to open it and taste it.
I'm also told that we don't see the variety on the local market, the variety of the packaging, but for the international market, they're really nicely packaged. I quite remember buying a sachet of Pebbles at the duty-free shop on my way, you know, when I was boarding. And the packaging was super, really. The packaging was fantastic, but I paid dollars for that one. So perhaps if I'm paying cities, I need crap packaging.
That one we call it price discrimination, you know, because they know that those people there have certain level. They'll price it high and package it nicely for them to
Father, let me come to you. When you were growing up and your father, you told me, worked at Cocoa Board, right? Do you recall how St. Valentine's was celebrated, or Valentine's Day was celebrated? I'm looking at the period before this whole boom, media boom of Valentine's. Do you recall?
I don't recall, because I don't think, I think this whole concept of Valentine and the sensual love started developing in the 2000s and really got out of hand. But with the, as young as I am, with the early 90s, I don't recall Valentine's Day being so talked about. I mean, we mentioned it all right. You heard of it, Valentine's. Today is Valentine's Day, but it was not too much of a big deal.
And at that time in school, it's just a small card. Then you write on it, "Be my Valentine."
Oh no! When I was in school, my Valentine's card was huge. It could be my height, really.
You know,
really,
so
seriously.
it was really the cards.
That goes.
And you run to the post guys to see whether you have one or the other school. You know,
good old days.
So it was all that cards.
Father Salifo, I have a very inspiring message from Father Aban. I'm sure you know him. He says, "You are inspiring me. I remember when we eat chocolate together. Keep shining." He thinks you're shining, really. Yes, I also think you're shining. So I mean, when I look at you, you're a very fine man. I mean, I want to digress a bit into your life as a Reverend Father. I mean, what would encourage you or motivate you, or the energy with which you will go into celibacy and priesthood? A fine man of your nature. You could have done with a girlfriend. I'm serious about that.
Well, God, I think it's God.
God does great things.
God does great things. And he picks a person like me and decides to make use of me. And really, when there's that desire and God is drawing you closer to him, it's just that is enough. It's not as if you are rejecting marriage, but that God is enough for you. And that his work is enough.
Have you ever bought a chocolate for a girlfriend or something before on Valentine's Day, or in a show of affection, really? I need to know. I want to know, really.
Yes,
I mean, I'm sure there are many Ghanaians who have not had the privilege to interact with a father like yourself, and I'm highly honored, I must be honest with you, to have this chance to interact with you. So if I have the opportunity, I want to dig into the myths that people have about your likes, you know, Reverend Father. People sometimes even think you don't have a social life. Do you have one?
We have. And as my brother sent a message,
you ate chocolate together.
We ate chocolate together. I mean, I used to, even back in GSS, when my father brings some chocolate around, especially our day, then that's when we also get some fans. You know, we share it, and then, oh, yeah. So that was the fun of it.
Yes.
And so, well, it's also, thinking back, I think it also showed some kind of friendship and some love for each other. Because then we send the chocolate and we get something in return, some bottle of mineral or something. Or at least people are so happy that from you they can get a chocolate. And I hardly bought chocolate, to be frank, because once in a while my father will bring some to the house and then we enjoy it.
Okay, so Parish Nurse from Good Shepherd wants to wish you, Father. Carol from Good Shepherd wants to wish you happy Valentine's Day, Father. So, Father Salifu, God bless you for explaining the proper Valentine's Day for us. I'm watching from the only peninsula in Ghana, from Agbagbalaza. So, Mr. Sapon, let me come to you again. I'm still thinking strategy. We've spoken about, I'm sure when I mentioned strategy, you're thinking that, yes, I have fascination with your title, but okay. On a serious note, when we think about love, expressing love from the time you were growing up to today, do you think it has gotten better?
In terms of love?
Expressing love.
Well, when I was called, I was just thinking of expression of love. I think at times we don't even understand. I was telling some people that love is in stages. Yeah. Your age determines what you look at in terms of love. If you are very young, let's say in your 20s, below 30, you look at a beautiful girl, ugly girl, black or white. Yeah. But as you are growing, you see great things. She's not beautiful, she's beautiful. Are there other qualities and all? We do express love in different ways. And again, people take love in different ways. Somebody will love a man who is that serviceable. Mr. Fix-It. Bob, you fix, you pick her bag, you put it in the car, you make sure that she's not lifting things in the house and everything. Some other men think that I've bought you a car, bought you a beautiful cloth, and that is love. People express love, but I think those who are to receive love do miss it a bit. Because the one giving things differently and the one who is supposed to receive also looks at different. Like I was reading something and somebody was waiting for the loved one and the guy delayed. Let's say like today, I know that a lot of relationships are going to terminate. Some are going to come together because pick me at 8. The guy comes at 9. I hate you. He's using the I hate you because of that love. Why should you let me wait for 1 hour? Why are you taking me for granted? I hate you. And the guy said, look, I have spent all my time. You even know the traffic and everything. I'm here and you are telling me you hate me. Okay, I'm gone.
Then that will be the end. Maybe he was unable to buy the chocolate.
To show love. The lady was anxious to receive love. And look at what is happening. One is giving, one is supposed to receive, but the understanding doesn't gel.
Do you think traditionally there have been things we've done in our social circles, in our traditional settings to connote maybe Valentine? Is there anything in particular which comes to your mind which you feel that were things that traditionally were done to promote love and affection on a day like Valentine's Day?
Traditionally, I can't really pick on anything to say that this is it that our fathers were doing or our grandmothers' fathers were doing that connotes. But when there is a festival at home, our communal way of doing things, we eat together, we share, and Christmas, you go to anybody's house, you go once, it is Christmas, you enter there, you sit, you join the people, you eat together. That one, I say that it shows a lot of love. But
if I take the Kwewu Festival, for example, you made reference to festivals and it just clicked. Why is it that the government has not been able to use, for example, the Kwewu Festival to promote St. Valentine's or chocolate? chocolate.
That is what, you know, the past guys, those who brought the chocolate concept and the paragliding concept, you know, it's about they trying to sit down to see what can we do with the things that we do every day. What can we do to generate income or work? That is why now the Kwewu Festival is now, they have another thing, paragliding, and you have people traveling from their countries to Kwewu just to take part. It's all form of tourism. It's good. But there's always that missing link. There's always that disconnection in terms of the strategy, the marketing strategy, to really use those our festivals, our products, or our practices to generate. You go to South Africa, Mandela Square, where Mandela lived, his house. It's a tourist attraction. I was just looking at Mandela's house and I was like, whoa, they are making money even when the man is alive. You know, they'll go, they'll give you the story, they'll tell you this bullet, they've left everything. If it were to be here, I was telling somebody that our first president, you go to the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum, the hand was down. I mean, half of the hand was gone, you know. So it's always about what, yes, we have the vision, but we cannot really link it to what we really want. Oh, tourism, Valentine is good. Do you know why they did that? At that time, they saw that everybody was going out. People were drinking. People were doing all sorts of things. So why don't we use our own product to improve the market or the sales, which brings a lot of revenue, which will create more jobs, the cocoa farmer gets something and all that. But at the end of the day, whoever is supposed to be the strategist, to be able to connect the Valentine's Day with the chocolate, is missing. We've talked about the colors, the packaging, and the same thing. People go there, I've been there, and you get there, the number of people that troop there, you go, and even the food, where to eat, where to sleep, is a problem. You know. So, like recently when we had the presidential something, it was this our local people who were doing the banku fufu.
Perhaps that's what Ghanaians like. We love our banku, and so we don't care about chocolate.
Foreigners were here. Chocolate could have been
hot
there.
tilapia served at your door. I mean, rather than chocolate. If I brought you a pack of banku and hot tilapia on a Friday afternoon, you will receive that warmly than if I brought you a pack of chocolate.
You know, recently you did the program. There's Kofi Brookman.
Yeah.
I love
the story on Kofi Brookman.
But when you wear suit, where they even sell it, at times when you are getting out of your car, say, hey, who is watching? Fried yam and Kofi Brookman is one of the best. But
you love eating it more than chocolate. I can see.
So for me, it's all just about the strategy, the people running it, and how they have to know the concept. Who are the people? People don't even know the demographics of those who are patronizing the Kwewu, whatever. Oh, the youth. What type of youth? Valentine. Oh, the youth. What type of youth? Are they the Christian type? Are they the normal guys? Are they all going to drink? It's not everybody that goes out there is going to drink alcohol.
Father Salifo, I know I wouldn't let you go without asking your opinion on very important national issues. I mean, as a member of the clergy, if you look at the trends where our country is heading to, from the infrastructural challenges, from energy utility challenges, to search for jobs, creation of jobs and housing, I mean, this country has a lot of issues for which our political leaders are elected to help solve them. When you look at the trend, 2013, seeing from perhaps the last quarter of 2012 to 2013, what is your view on the way forward for our country?
You would realize most Ghanaians are religious. Now, we are religious in the sense of practicing our religious rights. If we can transform that and practice what we believe, our country will not be the same. I think that's the bane of our nation, that we have so many people who believe in God, whether Muslim, whether Christian, and when you go through all their virtues, you wonder why we are still at the position we are. The only reason why we are still at the position we are is because people don't practice what they believe. It's an intellectual acceptance of certain beliefs, but it has not gotten to the core where it affects their attitude.
Where people live what they believe.
Where people live what they believe. And until we begin to live what we believe, it will take some time.
So we all play a part in our national development and growth
we all.
by conscientizing ourselves and living what we believe.
Exactly.
Mr. Sapong, way forward for chocolate and St. Valentine's Day. What do you want to see next year?
Next year, I want to see better packaging. Next year, I want to hear better marketing messages. Next year, I want to see different tastes for different people. So those who want it very sweet will get theirs. Those who want some
very bitter
will get
and a tint of alcohol, for
example. You can have it because there are some alcoholic, oriented product. So I believe that they really need to look at it well, and they should start the message early. They don't have to wait till about the 12th of February before they start making noise about Chocolate Day, Chocolate Day.
Okay.
It should be a program. They should do a research, come out with what the public want to see for these products. Then they use a whole year to work at it. I believe if they do that by next year, it will we will even remove the word Valentine and make it Chocolate Day, because that's what they want to do.
Thank you very much. Collins Agyemang Sapong is corporate cost and spend strategies. He was also joined in the studio by Father Emmanuel Salifo, who is assistant parish priest at Behe. We're grateful for your time. Unfortunately, we were unable to raise Noah Amenya, who is a public affairs director of Cocoa Board, on the phone. We wanted to speak with him to tell us the strategy of promoting cocoa in Ghana. My name is Stephen Anti, and we're grateful for your time. Thanks for your messages and your text, Facebook comments, and your WhatsApp messages. Good night.